It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege of interviewing the Cornell's assistant men's ice hockey coach, Coach Sean Flanagan. How are you doing today?
Good, Brandon. Thanks. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to get started in coaching in college men's ice hockey?
Yeah, I mean, ever since being a player, playing college hockey, and once I got done with playing, I knew I wanted to stay in the game, and coaching's the next best thing. And both I have two of my uncles that were college coaches, so it was a I don't know if I had much of a choice. So I was very lucky and fortunate for that. Grew up with hockey and something I really wanted to do, and very lucky to get into it at an early age in the early mid-20s and continue to where I'm at today.
What was that experience like for you going to St. Lawrence and playing collegiate ice hockey?
It was incredible because I grew up right there in Canton. I grew up about 2 miles from the rink. So I grew up watching all the college games there and always knew that's where I wanted to go if I had the opportunity. And that was given to me, and very fortunate I got to do that, play in front of mom and dad for a few years with my brother. And yeah, it was an unbelievable experience that not a lot of kids get to do, play college hockey in their hometown with their brothers in front of their family. So it was amazing.
During that time, what was it like putting on that uniform and representing them, and what were some of your biggest accomplishments?
It was, like I say, it's a small town up there, knew a lot of people, so it was an incredible opportunity to be able to do that. And greatest moments I think was, just we didn't unfortunately win a championship when I was there, which would have really loved, of course. But we won a regular season title my freshman year. It was an unbelievable group then. So I think that was incredible to be able to do that, and again, just be able to play with my brother there was amazing.
After college, what was it like playing professional ice hockey and going to Las Vegas and Guanape City?
Yeah, no, it was fun. I mean, once college is over, everyone has, certain paths that they're going to go, and was happy to continue playing wherever it may be. And going out there for a few games at the end of my college career was really fun. It was pretty neat to go actually to Las Vegas to play hockey. But it was fun. And, anytime you can play hockey after college, it's a privilege. So.
Of course, after your playing time, what was it like getting into coaching and first becoming a assistant coach?
Yeah, and again, I have my uncle to thank for that, for getting me into that at Hobart. Hockey's a family, and my family's a family too. So, was able to get into there, and they've won two national championships. I didn't have anything to do with that those teams this past year, but he's run an incredible program there, and was very fortunate to jump into a nationally recognized Division III program, and get out with my coaching career then.
How was that experience like going to UMass and becoming a director of hockey operations?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Norm then gave me that opportunity to make the step to a Division I staff. Doing the hockey operations and was something I'd never really done before. It wasn't exactly coaching. It was sort of seeing the ins and outs of the daily workings of a program, hand in hand with the head coach every day, and that was incredible. Got to learn more of the video side of things, which was huge. As I stepped into my current role here at Cornell, and Lowell's a nationally recognized program too, so I learned a lot in just 1 year there.
What was that transition like going from a director of operations to coming to Cornell and becoming the assistant men's ice hockey coach?
Yeah, and I think the 3 years with Mark Taylor at Hobart and 1 year with Norm, around two guys that have been winning coaches and winning programs wherever they've gone. It was easy, and being able to jump in here and have the familiarity with the ECAC, having played in it, and Coach Schaefer and Coach Sire has made it pretty easy. They're just great people to be able to work with, which made the transition that much smoother, and obviously learned a lot from them.
For you, what has that experience been like getting to coach at a Ivy League school like Cornell?
it's pretty incredible because they definitely wouldn't have gotten in here academically. But the hockey program here is incredible. The rink's packed every night. The atmosphere, it's second to none. It's why our kids want to come play hockey here and have the opportunity to win. And of course, the education is phenomenal. It's we get the best of both worlds in kids that are motivated to be the best hockey player they can be in college and want to play pro after, and they do care about school. So there's not a lot of maintenance with our guys because they're self-motivated and driven. So it's really awesome to be able to help these our guys, kids, if you want to call them that, in their goals and what they want to do.
For you as a coach, what was that feeling like stepping onto the Cornell ice for the first time?
It was definitely different being, for 4 years was on the other bench, looking over and, stepping over there was pretty awesome having the crowd on your side. It was very different having the crowd cheering against you, and it was a lot more fun being on the Cornell bench, looking across, 4,500 people cheering for Cornell and you versus the other side of it. So it definitely felt louder and a little more confidence on the one bench.
What does a typical game day look like for you as a coach versus for your players?
A lot of our preparation really goes in Monday through Thursday, and then we go through a pre-scout in the mornings with our guys and run them through a pre-game skate. A lot of it is just making sure we're staying on guys in a few of the details and shoring up a couple not the I across the T's type things in the morning, and really it's up to them when it comes to be the game. The work the hay's kind of in the barn by then. It's just getting them through a couple things that maybe want to polish up, but for the most part, they're ready to go, and we're just ready to get to that game that night.
Can you talk about, of course, the culture that you've helped to build for Cornell's men's ice hockey program?
Yeah, I mean, I think the foundation's been here for a long time. I'm just trying not to screw it up too bad. Between other assistants that have been here before me, Coach Schaefer's been here, for a long time. And what he's done is the foundation from him. So, we try to find, the best players with the best kids that, obviously have the grades. And like I said before, self-motivated, because when you have that, our culture drives itself from our player to player in terms of pushing each other on and off the ice. And that's what we're about. We're about doing hard work, wherever it may be, and earning everything that we get.
Who are some of the teams in your conference that you compete against?
Well, we've got the other five Ivy schools: Harvard, Dartmouth, Princeton, Yale, Brown, and then Union RPI, St. Lawrence Clarkson, Colgate, Quinnipiac. So we have all RPI. We have all those other teams too. So it's a big conference. It's a good conference, top to bottom, and everywhere we go is a dogfight in terms of going to another team's rink. And obviously, everybody knows when they come in here, it's going to be a hard place to play at Cornell.
Of course, what is that atmosphere like when teams come to Cornell and play like Brown and Princeton?
Yeah, I mean, the student section here at Cornell, they stand the entire game. They have their chants all choreographed. It's loud. They they don't stop the entire game. And I think that's one of the neat things about when recruits come to see games here. They walk away going, "That was incredible atmosphere," and that's why our guys want to come play here.
What is that atmosphere like away going to teams like Harvard and Quinnipiac?
Yeah, we're pretty fortunate with our alumni base. Cornell being one of the biggest Ivy schools, is we have a lot of alumni all over, and we travel pretty well no matter where we go in the league, and especially down to Harvard. We're pretty lucky that we fill up the rink pretty good with a lot of red in there. So and some of the other rinks are a little bit less, but our alumni base, they love hockey, so they travel really well in those other rinks.
As an assistant coach for Cornell, what have been some of the things that you've been able to accomplish so far?
Yeah, I think we've just been able to sustain the culture here, and we've had some very, very good years winning, good records and seasons. Played the NCAA tournament, won some big games there, won our championship here in the ECAC last year. I think that was a huge accomplishment to get there, and probably understand that it's very hard to do that. We've had some really good teams that fell short, and this year was a really good team again, and we were able to come out on top. And I think that's probably one of the more prouder things, is to finally, be able to win that, because it's very hard to do.
What was that experience like getting to win that ECH steam?
Yeah, it was incredible. Once that the horn went, we won, and the guys started piling over the boards. It was it was a great feeling. I mean, just seeing the smiles and those guys just jumping up and down and going to pile. It was awesome. I mean, you coach, to win games for the kids to develop and go on, and for them to get that chance to win. It's awesome. I mean, they do the work. We try to prepare them, but they have to go out and do the work, and to see them with the smiles and how excited they were really makes it all worth it.
As a coach, what do you like to look at in those prospective student athletes when out on the road recruiting?
Yeah, we look at kids that want to work really hard on the ice that just kind of show you that, wow, this kid really loves hockey. Every shift he's out working hard. He's obviously making plays, and whether he's a forward or a D, he's, he's a factor in the game. We want smart hockey players that work really hard, that obviously have skill, can skate. The game's very fast now, and big guys tend to do well if they're gut size. That's great, but we also have some small guys. You look in the NHL, there's a lot of smaller guys too. So it really comes down to the kid that shows the most spirit, and genuinely just loves to be a hockey player, and is a great kid. And that's probably the biggest part the vet throughout the recruiting process is we want great kids here that are going to uphold the culture that we've spoken about a little bit earlier.
As a coach, what is it like seeing those players fall in love with the campus and the ice facility and getting to commit?
Yeah, no, and that's the neat part about this. It's not a draft, so you have to recruit kids and establish the relationships, get them to campus. Um, you can't force a kid to come; they have to love it. They got to walk around campus on their own 2 feet, look around. I love this rink. I love this campus. I like talking to the guys when I'm on a visit. And biggest part of that is comes down to the relationships I think you can establish with from the coaches to the recruits and that's why our kids come here. They sense what this place is, and some don't sense it's the right place for them, which is just fine. We want the right kid that wants to be here with what we're all about. When it comes to fruition there, and a kid commits and comes here and plays here, it's pretty awesome to know that you started that relationship when they were 16, 17, and then when they graduate here, they're 22 or 23. It's pretty incredible to know, for 6, 7 years, you've had that relationship, and, the relationship never ends too. It goes beyond when they graduate. We just had an alum back here that was in this office an hour ago on his way home, from playing in the NHL, and he stopped in to say hello, which is pretty awesome.
As a coach, what is it like seeing those freshmen put on that Cornell red jersey for the first time?
That's pretty cool. And like to go on your point of from the committing to recruiting to committing to coming and playing is pretty neat. They've all seen games or been thinking about that day, and they put it on. They go down the tunnel and out for that first game. It's pretty exciting. They're really wound up, for those first few shifts, and pretty fun to watch.
What's it like getting to see those freshmen score those first career points and those first hat tricks?
Yeah, those are fun celebrations to watch. They always bring a big smile on the face on when they come back to the bench and kind of give them a fist bump or pat them on the head, and it's pretty neat. Everybody wants to get that monkey off the back, so to speak, and it's fun to see the guys do that because everybody keeps that puck, and you keep it forever. It's pretty neat to watch that, be a part of it.
As a coach, what is it like seeing those seniors put on that last Cornell jersey for the last time?
Yeah, it's probably the opposite of the first time. Is it's sad, bittersweet. They've had a good career here, and they play that last game here, and our tradition of what our seniors do at the end is pretty special. But again, all those things do have to come to an end at some point, and just happy to be a part of it. Happy they came to Cornell to be a part of how their years went, to be a part of those seasons, and obviously hope they're in a great spot when they leave here, hockey wise, career wise, and they're set up for success. But it's tough to watch guys leave, but it is a part of it.
What is it like getting to see those seniors achieve those last milestones, like last hat tricks?
I think it's pretty neat. Some guys you don't know when that last goal or hat trick will be, and be able to just watch. It's incredible. The guys, like I said, the guys do the work, and to be on that bench and watch them have the success that they want individually, of course, and of course as a team when we win games or championships, it's really incredible to just watch them have the success that they're striving for.
For you as a coach and a former player, what is it like seeing those players go on and play in the NHL or ECHL?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, for myself, I certainly didn't make the NHL, wasn't even close. But to be able to help these guys, and some of them I have been fortunate enough to coach and not screw them up too bad, where they have made that jump and played in the NHL. It's amazing to watch them, to see them, because you get an idea when they come in here, the guys that are going to make it, because they have that drive. They don't see obstacles. They get through them. They find a way through them or around them, and they're going to get there. And it's just really awesome to watch them get there, because every kid has that dream. I always had that dream, still do one day in a different I won't be putting the skates on, but maybe I'll be standing on a bench. I certainly hope so. I mean, it's every kid's dream to do that, and to help them reach that dream is obviously why you get into coaching.
What are some of your favorite memories as an assistant coach at Cornell?
The most recent one is, winning the ACAC championship there this year. That was incredible. To finally be able to win that, as hard as it is, it's incredible. And to watch the kids, just the smile on their faces that they were able to do that was incredible. And I think, every time winning an NCAA tournament game's huge. Not many teams get a chance to do that. Final 16, even to be in the final 8. So we've done that a few times, and want to get that next win, and that's our next goal here.
As a coach at Cornell, what is the favorite memory and moment like playing those teams like Princeton, Harvard, and Yale, who are so prestigiously good?
Yeah, I think the biggest memory against in a Harvard game was, I think it was 2018, maybe. I think we scored like 0.2 seconds left on the clock. Alec McRae scored. Morgan Barron came around the net and gave it to him, and the place nearly erupted. And it's the loudest I've ever heard this building. It was pretty incredible, because they were very good. We were very good, and we beat them right at the buzzer at home, and the place went bananas. And it's definitely probably the biggest moment here in terms of those games.
What are some of your future plans at Cornell moving forward?
Continue to win, continue to recruit, great players, great kids, great students, and that, end up being great teams and win ECAC Ivy League championships, and certainly looking for that next NCAA championship.
What advice would you give those incoming freshmen entering their first year of college ice hockey?
Just enjoy it. Be patient, because as soon as they get here, they hit the ground running, and everything's a lot faster than it was wherever they came from, whether it was right from prep school or high school or from junior hockey. Just be patient with the process, and listen to your teammates. They're going to help you along, and just come ready to work every day, and it'll all be okay.
What advice would you give those players looking to play professional ice hockey in the NHL or ECHL?
They got to keep a love for the game. Every day should be exciting when you walk through the door to get ready to go down to the ice for practice, and keeping the love for it's the only way you're going to get there. If it's too hard, or you don't find the love to come every day, that's going to be a problem. I kind of say play like a 10-year-old kid at always. And you look at the NHL games right now, those guys are having a blast. I mean, they're men, but they're playing like they're kids, because it's an absolute blast. And look at the smiles on their faces when they score, they win those games, and that's what it's all about. You got to keep the love for the game, and have the heart for it.
What advice would you give those professional athletes looking to transition into coaching like you have?
Play as long as you can. I think Rick Bowness had a quote, who just retired from Winnipeg, and someone asked him something like that. It was, play as long as you can, because being a player and being able to actually go do the work on the rink is, way more fun or enjoyable because you've done it. The coaching piece is enjoyable because you get to prepare the guys to go do it. There's nothing like play as long as you can, and then when you can, or you feel it's, whether it's injury wise or ability wise, whatever it is, coach is the next best thing, because you're still around the group, in the trenches, working day in and day out, and it's hard to win, and that's the next fun part of it, being part of the hunt.
What advice would you give those assistant coaches out there looking to get started in becoming a college ice hockey coach?
Network, and network, I mean, go work different camps, say hello to different coaches who are more senior than you, or have been in the business longer. Go introduce yourself, make sure people see you. Be connected, expand your network and your resources and your contacts as much as possible, and go work camps, and just be social and be seen.
That's great advice. Where can my listeners find you at on social media along with the Cornell's men's ice hockey program?
I have my Twitter. I don't even know what my handle is right now. I have that and then an Instagram, I guess, and certainly a lot of things go through Cornell, but I do have my personal one as well.
Thank you again, Coach Sean Flanagan, for your interview and best luck in your future at Cornell as the assistant men's ice hockey coach.
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate you taking the time and reaching out.
Thank you. You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Coach Sean, for your interview and best luck in your future.
Thanks, Brandon. You take care.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.